and welcome to Sibos 2018 in Sydney. I'm Hannah Wallace, and with me now is Alain of Swift, and we're going to be talking about European payments. Hello, Alain. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
So firstly, what's driving the payments transformation in Europe, and what challenges and opportunities are you seeing there?
Well, it is, as you know, changing very much, and I would say that there are 3 or 4 main categories of changing parameters, right? One is clearly the regulation, perhaps more in Europe than any other place in the world. Legislation like PSD2, I'm sure you have heard of, actually really forcing the banks to open up the application, connecting new entrants into the business, and forcing them in a way to really changing the way they're delivering their services to the clients. Another one is technology. Technology nowadays is permitting a lot more things that you could do before, and this technology obviously is evolving very fast. So API somewhere is one of those, helping the open banking. So there's clearly things that's going to happen there as well. Then I would say perhaps the thing that for me is the most important one is the customer's experience. Customers nowadays want to have something else. They don't want to wait anymore 3 days for a payment. They don't want to pay anymore for a payment. So that is really changing and forcing the banks to redefining the way they will be delivering the service in the future, and eventually redefining the business model as well.
All right, and how is Swift supporting the European financial community through this transformation?
We see this as always, right? We see this as challenges for the industry, but also opportunities, right? Now, for Swift, actually, the biggest asset we have is basically the fact that we're connecting everybody, right? So we are clearly the network for the banks and also for many corporates. We are also actually the institution that is standardizing all those flows, right? So we see this really as a value. So all in all, what we see is that what we're trying to do is try to shielding all this transformation that's happening in the market for the banks. We're trying to help them to adapting to those change, even PSD2 through the APIs that we're developing, the new technologies that we have. We're also trying to helping them to adapting to the new environment. You've heard about the TIPS initiatives at the ECB, at Eurosystems. So we're going to be providing real-time payment schemes for them as well. So our role really is about, as we are a member-owned organization, our role is really to helping our members, our clients, to adapting to this new environment and giving them the possibility to developing opportunities.
And finally, how do the developments in Europe compare to what's happening elsewhere in the world?
Well, it's really changing everywhere, right? But the thing perhaps that is a bit different, and I'm talking for what I know, right? Especially when it comes to Asia and EMEA, perhaps what is different here is the masses, right? I mean, of course, they're moving to real-time systems like NPP in Australia. Other countries are doing the same. But you have this at a scale that you don't see elsewhere, right? You see China with these huge companies now, like the Alipay, the Tencent. These guys now have hundreds of millions of clients, right? And of course, they've had also the opportunity to starting pretty much from an empty sheet, leveraging the new technology they have, reaching out with a lot of new stuff to the clients, and conquering market share that banks used to have before. So that is a very changing landscape. You've also pressure from regulations, like in India. I mean, this whole regulation about bringing electronic ID to people, and from there building a unique payments platform, UPI. All of that actually is bringing innovation. So a bit of the same somewhere, but you have the masses, which is really very much different.
Alain, this has been great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.